Drinking sangria, nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down cause my dick can float. We sail around the world and go port to port. Every time I come, I produce a quart. Put on your life vest, let's drop anchor. There's a nice lady who I like to swank her. Boats and hoes, I gotta have me my boats and hoes. Boats and hoes, I gotta have me my boats and hoes.
All right, welcome back to the Old Man Minifan Show. I am Steve from Providence, joined once again by the great TJ Hubbard. TJ, a lot going on this week.
A lot going on.
I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you, but I guess we have to talk about, I would assume, got to get into a little Corona talk. I mean, this is fucking hell for myself, someone like me. I got two older boys. They're not allowed, I'm not letting them out of the house. They're not allowed to do shit. They are just getting on my nerves. They're a pain in the ass. It sucks. It fucking sucks for me.
How's it affecting your employment?
I'm still able to work. Gas, I drive a gas tanker. So
sure.
Gas sales are down 50%. The price has dropped big time, but there's just no one is buying gasoline because no one is driving anywhere. Wow. So it can be as cheap as possible. It doesn't matter. If no one's going anywhere, we are not selling anything. Therefore, I mean, it's just
it's a ghost town. It's a ghost town on the road, especially up here in Maine. There's barely any people up here anyway. But it's not it's not great. So isolated the house. You know, I heard you call this week into Kirk. You know, just to know about how the lollipops and Monopoly are going. Playing a lot of Monopoly, I hear. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying
having
to
having a lot of lollipops. Anyway,
just fucking dickheads. I mean, I pull that out of my ass, and
that's all right. It's all right.
It sucks.
It does. And I'm contained to the house. Worried about my little kid. Some of it, I think that him and I had something already a couple of weeks back where we got a dry cough and we got he had a little bit of a fever and stuff, but it went away. Maybe we've already had it. Who knows? You know, that's something for the Minfo Wars to settle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm putting all my trust in Robinson. Anything he said is bound to come true. So
yeah, I'm going to rein it in just a little bit. I'm not going that far. I mean, shit's not collapsing. This isn't Waterworld. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I see the stock market's going down. Yeah. I mean, to the point, I think we're all going to rebound here. Give it a month and a half. I think even in my county up here, we've seen a decline already. Went from like 10 to 10 to 8, 17, 10, 10, and 8 or something like that. So, things are looking on the up and up. Stay in your house.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we got two announcements. Well, we got one big announcement, which people really don't give a shit about, but it affects us. And then we got the big one with Kirk. We're going to save that for the end, though.
Yeah.
We're going to save that for the end. But as far as this might be the last show that you and I just do together for a while. Next week, we are very lucky. John Featherston is going to be guest hosting for us.
Look at that handsome son of a bitch.
Oh, he is beautiful. He is just a beautiful man. I'm excited that he's going to be coming with us because he is a professional. He's done it for over 30 years between radio and I think he said 15 years on TV. I'm a little nervous on the fact that I don't know how he's going to react to the stupidity. I mean, let's just face it, we're not rocket scientists. And this morning, I was shaving my dick root in the shower. I don't know if he's does that. I don't know how he's going to react.
He doesn't look like a man that bleaches his asshole, if you're wondering.
No,
you know what I mean?
He doesn't. He does not. But we will find out.
There's a few of us in this Minifan world that do, and I guarantee it. But John's not one of them. He seems very professional. The contacts I've had with him at Jack's Abbey and up in Madawaska. One hell of a guy. The things that he does is freaking amazing. We were supposed to go to the casino in Edmondson, but we lost track. We didn't get a hold of each other or whatever.
Yeah.
But so it shows that he's willing to go to a casino. I mean, he's not a statue. I'm sure.
Yeah, well,
as far as age goes, I'm to that point in life where I don't know anybody's age. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think age matters much. I mean, there's a few things there to keep in mind about John. One, he was the first guy that let Kirk and Jerry, they weren't allowed to talk about things that were going on with Murchison on WEEI.
Yeah.
They went down to his radio station on a Sunday morning, I believe, and he was the first person that let them talk openly and honestly about what was going on because he had some dealings with him in the past as well.
Yeah.
I believe for the town of Ashland, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's it. Yeah, he's had
so he's been just as involved with this stuff as Kirk. He was one of the people that got the vigil together with Steve. He has been just a thorn in Murchison's ass. And if you missed it, he's also the same guy that went to the Boston Globe, brought his 1986 boombox and played Rape out in front of there for about an hour and a half. Yeah, I mean the guy's got some stones. I mean, I don't care about his age. He's not afraid. He's not afraid at all.
And all I'm saying is about age is he could be 43 like us, or he could be 60 something. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be good. I think we got some professionalism coming in that you and I don't possess.
Oh, as Kirk said, we don't have the ability to move the needle, so to speak. So, and I agree with that 100%. But like I said, the only thing that I know he's gonna bring, I just hope that we kind of mesh. That's it. That's the only concern.
I think so.
But we'll see how that goes, and we are going to try one more young man, blonde-headed, beautiful young man, after him. Hopefully, if he doesn't bail out, we'll see what happens. But this was a great week as far as there was a lot of content this week. There was a lot going on amongst. I mean, there was all the shows that were been on there in the past. You had Andy Mayo's show. You had Blind Mike and the return of MHB, which caused a little bit of shit this morning. MHB kind of took a little jab at World War II Felger and BSBSJ, the BJBSJ guys.
In regards to the coronavirus.
Yes, because supposedly he said it was no big deal before, and he was backtracking a little bit today, and he kind of took a little shot at them, called them, I think it was like parody account investigators, 2-bit parody account investigators, and good on Mike for saying, listen, buddy, I mean, it's a pot calling the kettle black. You're basically the same thing. But I do remember a time when MHB kind of leaned into them a little bit for a little help with something. And I think he might have forgot about it when he was recording.
With the Albright thing. Correct?
Yeah, with the Albright thing. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's BSJ guys, right?
BJ. You're just fucking murdering it. It's an abortion.
Well, it's not in front of me, so yes, I know. So they had a little bit to do with the Albright, with MHB, and yeah. But I like those guys. I like the BSJ guys.
They're great follows. They're great follows.
Displaced Bostonian. I know I've had some interaction with him. Like to make the gifts for him once in a while. If I can make someone laugh, it's fine. Yeah.
Dave Brown, Tex Line, they're all good guys. All very good guys. But there was the best show of the week, without a doubt, was last night was the movie podcast.
Yes.
Now, did you watch that?
I did watch it. I did.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. It was excellent.
I can't imagine. So I would have thought, now, there were some excellent callers that had called in yesterday. Just phenomenal callers. And they were kind of testing them a little bit. The fucking guy knows everything about movies.
Yeah, it's uncanny. It really is. Like, he was going back, even to the 70s. He's Steve McQueen movies, for Christ's sakes. I remember when he said that last night, I was like, oh, well, I guess I've never seen that fucking movie. And I've watched a lot of movies, but my genre of movies is I I think me and Blind Mike are probably similar to where we both watch comedies.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
comedies. If I laugh at something, it's worth it.
Yeah.
As far as movies goes, what was Steve's movie? What?
Steve's movie. One of his go-to. It was Cool Runnings.
Oh,
Cool Runnings was.
I went to the theater to see that in like 91 or around 1990 or something like that. I went to the theater to see that because it was all the rage, and I went with my buddy and his father, and I don't know, I was probably like 13, and I left it, and I was like, great flick.
Well, now was that? I could be mistaken. Was that the one with John Candy?
Yes.
And he was training the
Jamaican bobsled. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not a bad movie. It was funny in a way.
That movie was fucking trash.
Okay, I agree with you.
That movie was fucking trash.
Listen, if you're going back over all the movies that's through the history of movies, Cool Runnings isn't even in the top 1,000.
No, I mean,
you know what I mean?
If you're just going John Candy movies alone, that's not even.
That's like the last one. You can think that's like The Great Outdoors, Summer Rental.
Summer Rental, yeah.
So many better movies, John Candy flicks, than Cool Runnings. Absolutely, hands down. So,
at that point, it was just probably like a cash grab. One of his last movies, a cash grab, something that he was like they all do at the end. Unfortunately, that was a guy. That guy was fantastic.
Guy was unbelievable.
He died way too soon.
Yes, he did.
But I'll tell you, and getting back to Kirk, I was kind of amazed at some point at how much he knew. But I was actually hoping that he was going to stick to like the 80s for some reason. I kind of misunderstood what it was going to be about. I was hoping he was going to pick a decade. I thought it was going to be about the 80s. Maybe because when he was talking with Brandon Walker in the past, they had said that they were going to do an 80s type podcast.
Marks for Death, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Come on. That's, other than comedy, like anything with, Steven Seagal in it.
Some good Kurt Russell.
Van Damme, Claude Van, whatever his name is, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Any of those shows. If I see Steven Seagal break someone's arm again going backwards, I got to see that more and more. Like more movies. I should see that scene. They go.
I think he could honestly just do a whole week's worth of podcasts just on the 80s. There were so many great 80s movies. I loved them all. That's what I hope.
All right. Then I want to know, what is your favorite all-time 80s movie? 80s flick?
Probably 3 O'Clock High.
3 O'Clock High.
Have you ever seen that?
Fast Time at Ridgemont High.
That was a good movie.
That's a fantastic flick.
3 O'Clock High. You've never seen 3 O'Clock High?
I was 11 years old, I think, when those came out of the pool, and they were big. The music's going on. He's fucking. I'm like, what is he doing in the bathroom? You know what I mean? I'm like, what is he doing? That's weird. Huh.
Well, you gotta watch. You should definitely, since you're gonna be in the house, we're all in the fucking house doing nothing. Watch 3 O'Clock High. If you watch 3 O'Clock High, you'll call me up and say.
I'm pretty sure I saw it. Movie. I mean, there's movies like the famous ones like Breakfast Club, and I'm saying Elmo's Fire, stuff like that, but. Yeah, I was a big comedy, even the dry comedies. But I go back to even like Don Knotts movies, like from the late 60s. The ones where it's the Charlie the Tuna one, but The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, unbelievable flick, comedy-wise. But that's where my genre is. It's not,
And what was that movie? One thing I was going to call up, but I call too much anyway. So they had said Mad Max was a movie that was made in the 80s that was rebooted and made recently. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Do you have any? I had one. I was going to say, did you ever watch the original RoboCop?
Yeah. I've not seen the remake. Yeah, I love the regular RoboCop.
It's really the new one is good too.
Wow.
The new one is very good. And there's not a lot of movies that they do like that where they remake them and they're both good. That's hard to find.
One I liked is the all-female Ghostbusters. That was a great. It's a joke, man.
What the fuck? That was so bad.
Your
so
face
bad.
just went. No. But that was horrible.
before we get out of this conversation, let me ask, who had a better 80s career, Schwarzenegger or Stallone? Who do you think?
Oh boy, you're pitting Terminator versus Rambo at this point.
Well, and he also had Rocky.
Rocky was 76.
Well, they had Rocky 2, 3.
Well, no,
3.
I mean, yeah,
when 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah,
and then, but don't discount Predator,
Commando.
Jesus, wow, that's
was
tough.
Was it Red Heat? Was that one of them? I could be mistaken. There was so many. What was Twins? When did Twins?
Don't throw Mama from the train.
Don't throw Mama from the train.
That absolutely gives it that Schwarzenegger. Am I right? Well, wait, and then we got Twins.
No.
Twins. Yes, and Danny DeVito. So
you fucked up right there. Throw Mama from the Train had Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito inside.
No, don't shoot. Don't. What was the one?
You fucked up.
No, I did. Let me. Okay. Well, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. That was the Stallone. I'm sorry.
Probably one of the worst movies of all time.
That's what I'm saying. I got my movies mixed up, but Stop or My Mom Will Shoot gives it to Schwarzenegger, hands down.
All right.
I mean, at least Twins was watchable.
But you also got to remember, did you ever see Cobra? Marion Cobretti?
Yeah.
Cobra was a great fucking movie. That's a great movie. But then you throw, I don't know what year Oscar came out. I think that was like in 89. They both had some shitty movies, some shitty cash grab movies. But I'm going to give it to Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger also appeared. Well, Carl Weathers was Apollo was in Predator, right?
He was.
Right. So
he was.
Carl Weathers. I mean,
he was the snake of the whole movie. He was the fucking snake. He was the rich Mandarin. He was a fucking snake.
He was unbelievable.
He was a fucking snake. Absolutely.
Oh, God.
So listen, we got a lot going on as far as for us going forward with our show.
Yeah.
But one thing that bothered me this week was they tried doing that Men at 10 segment. Now the Men at 10 was the way that they wanted. They were going to call guys, and they wanted guys to they wanted to hear how they sounded when they blew their load, just to be plain and simple, right?
Oh yeah, yes, heard that.
So it was pretty bad. I mean, there was one. I think today's wasn't that bad. Guy had a real raspy voice, like Sam Elliott, it was okay, but it's been so far. I think they would all say it was so much a swing and a miss so far.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Kirk and I said, would you mind? I would like to highlight this inside of on our show. And is there any way that you could possibly help us out? And I said, Kit, I'm waiting to get told to go fuck myself at that point.
Of course.
In time.
Yeah.
I mean,
happens a lot.
Who's not? That happens all the time. It happens all the time. So I said, is there any way you could help us? So Kirk was nice enough and gracious enough to send us his audio of him fucking.
Yeah,
so
this is
Justin,
unbelievable.
if you could play that, it's fantastic.
Premiering some footage right here.
Yes, Justin, you got that?
Oh, I think I hear it.
Oh, that fucking rope.
Yeah, face fuck. God, you're fun to party with.
Yeah.
It's better than that dude in Catalina.
Yeah.
That was weak. That was the weakest attempt at fucking a porno slut I've ever seen. He had a Viagra and everything.
Blue Chew.
Oh my god.
Is he doing movie quotes?
I did.
Just using your hole. I love using your hole. I'm gonna use your little asshole in your mouth because you know what it is. It's a free hole day. Fucking is on now.
Yeah.
The fucking is on.
Yeah.
Fucking rail.
Oh.
Bitches get fucking.
Fuck! Fuck!
God, where are you going? this shit fucked out of you. Fuck. I'm really dropping load. Oh, yeah. Oh, up in your fucking mouth. Gonna paint his town red. Gonna paint his wife white.
Oh my god. Well,
Kirk is good.
yeah, he's good. He's gonna paint the town white. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like that movie Catalina. That's what I
He's-
got out of that.
He is the finisher. There's no
No question. Sounded like he was a fucking drill in the middle of the street.
So
Sounded like he was replacing a water main. Jesus.
so he in talking with him, he said that would hopefully motivate the audience to do a little bit better of a job when they are
I think you should do it live.
when they are calling. He was hoping that they would do a little bit better of a job, and maybe that was some motivation, maybe a little example for everyone going forward.
A little bit.
Fair
a little
enough?
bit. Yeah, fair enough. Men at 10.
Fair enough.
Oh,
So we got I mean, is there anything that you wanted to talk about? Anything personally?
well, I think I have a little bit of a show announcement. I was someone asked on the show the other day. I heard that Kirk said I was batting my eyeballs over the big cat. Now,
Oh, well, hold on 1 second. That's not a fucking lie. I mean, you are going at this guy hardcore. I mean, every time he tweets, it's like clockwork with you.
sometimes you latch on to someone and you feel emotionally connected to. He's a good guy, and sometimes I just want to help him out a little bit. I don't know him. He's a personality that I like. He seems like a great guy. I hope he watches the O.G Minifans show.
Oh, well, you just said he was a good guy. I thought maybe you knew him or something.
Seems like
that.
a good guy. I don't know him. It's a
Oh,
little
okay.
baby like I do. Seems
Okay.
to be, he's a Chicago Bears fan. That means nothing. But he's just a lovable loser or something. You know what I mean? Or he's a big lovable guy. I wouldn't call him a loser. He was rich up until that stock plummeted. So I don't know. When he throws out, I'm gonna throw some tweets at him. I'm gonna throw some gifts at him and see what happens. And Steve said that Vindog was hired by Barstool for doing half of what I do.
Yep.
I'm here to announce, and Kirk. I've been listening to him for 10 years. So I'm here to announce that I will continue to make gifts for Kirk.
Yep.
At no charge.
Oh, well,
I'll never be hired. Never be hired. Doesn't matter. I'll always be in this world, and I'll always make gifts, and I'll continue to do what I do.
That's mighty right of you.
I will never take a paycheck from Barstool.
Oh, well, I'm sure that was crossing his mind. I'm sure that's been keeping him up at night.
Yeah, he's probably rolling over right now 4 or 5 times watching Catalina.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So, with everything that's been, we had talked about this, I think, last week or the week before, about with no sports, what was going to happen with Barstool and with TV in general. And it's pretty much exactly what we thought was going to happen. There is there's KFC, and there is Kirk.
Everybody's roping them off before 10 o'clock, and they're shooting dry loads, because there's nothing to do.
That's why when I get accused and whatever, suck his fucking dick, whatever. He's talented, man. The guy doesn't need anything to be interesting. No. I don't fucking get it. Like,
you talk about balloons, I'd be like, oh, I like the color red ones. You know what I mean?
I don't understand when that just do is going to come to him. I don't understand when. I'm confused about why to this day still he doesn't get, in my opinion, what he deserves. I don't know when listeners that pay attention to stuff that's just with sports, how that doesn't get old after a while. Why you don't want to have your entertainment broadened a little bit and maybe something a little bit more interesting
Right.
entertain you. I don't understand it. That it actually confuses me
And I think
about how.
Yeah, for instance, this week, there was a player that signed with another team this week. Melvin Gordon signed with the Denver Broncos. No, I guess another quarterback from the Patriots. Yeah, he signed for Tampa Bay. Now,
the fucking main humor.
Now, all right. So he signed with another team. Yeah, it's actually a pretty big deal if you live in New England. Guy played for 20 years, won 6 Super Bowls, lost us 3. He went to another team. So yeah, let's touch on it for 5 minutes. Okay, we're over it. Like, we're done. He's gone to another team. I mean, it's a 10-minute conversation you have with someone, and then you're on something else. You know what I mean? Like, hey, do you have enough sanitizer or toilet paper?
Well, that is something that like I still have. This week I did not listen to WEI other than when I tried to make a prank phone call, which I am done. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's tough.
I get fucking nervous now. I start stammering. Like I can't do it anymore. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. But in listening to them, that's all they do is talk about this fucking guy.
Oh God,
like, are they going to drag it out for weeks? Is that what they're going to do?
I'll be honest with you. I listened to Mutt's program maybe for 5 minutes. We love Mutt. But all the other stuff, like, and I see their tweets. I still follow all the guys. I see their tweets and stuff, and it's just the same old shit. And it's like, I don't know, 15 years ago, like, I was gung-ho. Let's put on Dennis and Callahan. Well, what's the sports? You know, the big job up here in Maine. Gung-ho. I want to know what's going on. I want to argue about sports all the time. That's what started this whole thing. But at some point, you're just like, maybe we're all sported out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 43 and like I'm excited for a new Patriots season, I guess. But am I excited the Boston Red Sox are losing money? Yes, I am.
Oh, I fucking love it. I
bleeding
love it.
out to keep it going. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
well, we'll have to see what happens this week. But so as we said earlier, John Featherston will be guest host next week, and hopefully he points us in some sort of direction. This way, we're not going all over the place like we do every time that we talk. We have a plan. We always have a plan when we come in here. We have not stuck to that plan yet. It just does not fucking happen.
No, because we get to talking and we talk about other stuff. So
yeah. So hopefully, John is the voice of reason, gets us going in the right direction. Got a full slate next week, if I'm not mistaken. Full slate of shows. All the shows are coming. I think Kirk's doing a Bruce Springsteen show next week.
Yeah, he said something about doing a Springsteen one. That's something I've been lately on his direction. Kind of listened to a little bit of Bruce. I know. Oh, yeah. What was it today with the guy who called him Neil Young? Now, I like Neil Young a lot, and now I'm going to go back to the Farm Aid and listen to that set that he did. All along the Watchtower. Remarkable song. So
I hate to say this, but I fucking hate Bruce Springsteen.
Okay.
I don't see what the guy. How can the guy that's the most talented radio guy in the world like that fucking guy? I don't understand it.
I think it's not. It's more lyrical to him than it is as musical. You know what I mean? So like when I listen to Metallica, I listen to Injustice for All album. You know, it's all about guitar. Like, I just want to listen to that guitar. When I listen to Neil Young, I listen to the words. You know what I mean? So it's a difference, and that's coming from someone who's played guitar for 20-something years.
You just want to take out your dick right now? I mean, you can more than welcome to do
look
that.
At it. Let's look at it.
No, I don't want to.
You got a pair of tweezers?
But that always confused. Myself personally, I'm not a fan of them. Whatever. That's just my own thing. But
again,
I understand
no one
you're
has
saying.
to like everything that everybody else ever likes. So
I understand what you're saying, though. All right. So when we head out,
what else do we got? Anything else? Anything else, Steve?
Man. Nice early day today. 28 minutes. We are in it, Stevie, motherfucker. And so we're out here early. Hopefully next week we have a lot more for you. Hopefully John does a good job for us. Yep. Hopefully there's a little more drama going on in the world. I know the interns just took some pot shots at Andy Mayo. We'll see if anything comes out of that this week.
Somebody else. What other shows were one other question. You didn't make the cut for the Imagine that Kevin from Bristol did.
Oh, I did not. Listen. Here's the deal. I'm gonna be. All right. Here, if we're just gonna be fucking honest, I mean, since you put me on the spot, my computer might be the first laptop. Okay, so it honestly is I don't even know if it'll fucking turn on. And then for me I would have to write down all the words to the song that Kevin tweeted out, and then sing, and then hopefully sing them with my horrendous voice. It would have made it. It came out perfect, just the way it was. It was perfect. You and Brandy were in the shower, fantastic.
Yes,
like that wasn't planned.
No, it was not planned. I'm dead serious.
That's fine.
It might have been the same shower, but it wasn't planned.
I like her chest a little bit more than I like yours.
I'll dump them out right here. I swear to God. Just kidding, man.
But let's see. So we'll see what happens this week, and hopefully next week.
All right, we'll sign off. Sign off with that, and again, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
The 12 people that watched us last week.
Yes,
Perfect.
Absolutely. Kirk, Steve, Mike, intern Justin, awesome. Thank you very much.
Good job.
And,
maybe Featherston can show up with a couple nipple tassels next week. See what happens.
I doubt it, buddy. Get a haircut.
That's
all I get to tell you. Get a fucking haircut.
All right, we'll see you next week.
All right, take care.
Have a nice day.